So what song off this EP took the longest to write? And you just answered the second half, which is which one's your personal favorite?
The first question is easy.
Okay.
The song Flame, we started that um, a couple of years ago on a writing trip with our friends, the McDonough brothers, Connor and Riley and Toby, who we've written lots of stuff with, and they're amazing writers. And we wrote this song "Blame," and then we weren't that into all of it, but we loved the pre-chorus, and so the say that part we wrote with them there, and so we revisited and we took that part and then we tried writing basically a whole new song around it. Um, and we got it all the way to the finish line, and the label was expecting us to deliver it. And the night before we were supposed to deliver it, we decided it just wasn't right. Um, and we just did not deliver it with the rest of the EP and took another few months working on it and chipping away at it until we felt like it was right. And so that one was definitely like the hardest to figure out, the one that we were stuck on. But I don't know, it might be my favorite one. And then what was your question? What is my favorite one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's either Blame or I don't know. Like I said earlier, like I really love all of them, so that's such a hard question to answer.
Hmm.
And it kind of changes all the time because, like, to be honest, when we first put out the EP, my favorite song was "Will We Make It." Um, really need to know that one.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And then it feels like anytime we released another single, that single became my favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, my favorite one is "Led Me to You," just because it was the most recent one.
That's my
But
favorite.
I think like it is
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're like all good. But then Luke and I just spent some time doing something special with the song "Breathing," which spoiler alert, but I won't give away too much. But so we've been thinking about that song a lot lately, and so maybe "Breathing" is my new favorite again. So I don't know, it's a tough one.
Fair enough.
Wonderful.
What about Blame? Like what was going on with that song that you guys felt it was almost there, and then at the 11th hour pulled it back and spent a couple more months on it?
Yeah, there was a whole different pre-chorus,
Mm.
which just wasn't like right. It was just I don't know. Like when you've been doing it as long as we have, um, it sort of becomes obvious when there's something not right, and sometimes you can't put your finger on it. But we are very much a group who believes in quality over quantity and
Hmm.
like getting it right. And so, we probably could have delivered it that night and it would have been fine. And, maybe it would have had just as much success, but we just like, knew we could improve it. Maybe one day we'll release the other demo that didn't make it.
Yeah.
And
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
probably fans will be like, that was better.
Oh.
Oh Lord.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to put on what exactly about it wasn't right. We just knew that it wasn't. And so we took more time to get it right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And so you said you were working on that one song for a couple months. So is that just kind of you held it back, you kind of put it on a shelf and kind of let it bounce around the back of your head while you were working on other things? Or was it like constant tweaking for
No,
a couple months?
yeah, no, on the contrary, that night when we got fed up, we didn't look at it again for 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, yeah, that's
And
fair.
then, yeah, went back with fresh ears and it became more obvious what needed to happen. And then we like, spent a few days straight on it to finish it up.
Makes sense.